Air raid sirens were activated in Bahrain and Kuwait a short while ago. Both countries have come under near daily Iranian attacks since the war began. Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates reported interceptions of drones and missiles on Sunday. It comes as the Secretary General of the Gulf Cooperation Council renewed his condemnation of Iranian attacks on GCC member states. He said the GCC reserves the right under international law to take necessary measures to protect their security. Zein Basravi is in Dubai for us now. Zein, so just bring us up to date with what's been happening across the wider Gulf region.
Well, the patience of leaders here in the Gulf countries is wearing thinner every day with every strike that is carried out. And what we are seeing this morning is, once again, a couple of hours ago, as you said, air raid sirens going off in Bahrain and Kuwait. In the UAE, the government issued a notice that it was dealing with an incoming missile threat. Air defense is currently responding to an incoming missile threat from Iran, a kind of message on people's phones that has become all too familiar in the last few weeks. Saudi Arabia intercepted ballistic missiles over Riyadh earlier today. One was intercepted directly, another fell in an uninhabited area, according to the Saudi government there. This after overnight, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and the UAE spent much of the evening dealing with interceptions of drones and missiles being fired from Iran. And a reminder of how dangerous it can be even if these projectiles are intercepted. One person was injured, according to the Abu Dhabi media office, from falling debris after UAE's air defenses successfully intercepted a ballistic missile. So the threat remains because these things are happening over heavily populated areas. That's something we have to keep reminding viewers. Safety still needs to be a paramount concern. And of course, this morning in Qatar, waking up to the news of the death of those 7 members of a helicopter crew that joined Qatari-Turkish defense forces carrying out a routine mission. Qatar's Emir offered prayers with family members and mourners yesterday on Sunday, certainly bringing the war closer to home for you guys there in Doha.
Yeah, Zein, and the Gulf states are major oil producers, aren't they? So ending this conflict is critical to the health of their economies going forward.
Absolutely. The economic fallout can't be underrated because it's not just the local economies. Those are obvious. The ramifications are immediate for places like Dubai, for the UAE, for Doha, for elsewhere. Tourism is down. Traffic that would have been higher during the Eid break is far lower. Foot traffic at restaurants, there are layoffs. All of those things are obvious and easy to see. But there are less obvious global ramifications because, of course, the Middle East is such an important part of the global economic chain. What we're seeing this morning is that Asian stocks are down as Trump's ultimatum, that 48-hour ultimatum to open the Strait of Hormuz approaches. Asian trading is down, and as Asian markets go, the rest of the world tends to follow. So later today, we're expecting markets to take a tumble. Australia and Singapore, another headline, Australia and Singapore have signed a deal to safeguard their energy supplies. The International Energy Agency chief is warning that the situation in the Middle East is very severe and there will already be long-term implications. If the conflict stops today, there will still be economic impact going forward. And she says that this could be the worst energy crisis since the 70s. Global oil and gas markets are facing prolonged instability. And what we are seeing is countries like India, Pakistan, China, Japan, Taiwan, Korea, major population centers, major economies that rely on the regularity of LNG and oil supplies are making plans long-term to get their resources elsewhere or are shoring up for taking bad economic hits. And this is global chaos, courtesy of Israeli aggression and courtesy of yet another war of interventionism by the United States in Israel. And perhaps these countries taking these moves is an indication of how they see this conflict going, of how little faith they have in a negotiated solution happening anytime soon.
Zein Basravi for us there in Dubai. Zein, thank you.